Threats against schools are becoming all too common across the United States and even here in Arkansas. Earlier this year, the Atkins School District saw one of their own. Now they've put programs in place to stop a school shooter. THP 11's Ian Russell spoke to parents and teachers about this new layer of security.
There's a lot of ways that school districts keep students safe, and here at the Atkins School District, there's a new one, arming teachers.
There's multiple things you've got to do before you ever get in the door here at Atkins High.
And I think as a teacher, you know, your main goal is to make sure your kids are safe.
Key cards to get in, an office to stop you, and now there's a new layer of protection, and it sits on teachers' hips.
You want to keep kids safe, and this is just another added layer of protection for our kids.
This school year, 14 staff members across campus are concealed carrying in the classroom. District administration tells me those 14 went through multiple rounds of interviews and 60 hours of training before they were allowed to carry.
I was almost relieved, just because if they were willing to take that responsibility and if they were trained properly, I knew that that was just an extra blanket of security for my kids.
No one except administration, resource officers, and those 14 know who has a gun. Admin tell me that's security for those that are carrying, and so there's the perception that anyone could be armed. Hope Spence has multiple kids in the Atkins School District. She admits this is extra security, but there are extra risks.
If it was one of their own students coming in, I mean, that's a huge responsibility to have to choose.
It should not fall to them as their responsibility to make that life or death situation of whether to pull a gun at a current or former student.
Anna Morchetti is a volunteer with Moms Demand Action working for safe gun control. She says she gets wanting to have more protection in schools, but she believes there's ways to do that outside of school walls.
How to properly store their firearms separate from their ammunition, locked up, is one way to make sure that people don't get access to the gun in the first place.
The goal is to never have to use this, but it's ready to be used, just in case.
You come here for an education, but like I said, you can't do that if you don't feel safe.
Having the teachers here, it puts peace in my mind to know that there is help.
In Atkins, Ian Russell, THP 11 News.
District administration tells us they provide the gun, holster, and ammunition. They researched for about 6 months, working with other school districts who also do this to see if this would be a right fit for them before implementing.